Hi, my name is Mehtab Singh and I'm currently studying in Lovely Professional University and I'm pursuing the degree BTech CSC in AI and Data Engineering with collaboration with the company Futurance. Today I have been given a task to simulate undo redo using a stack. Before we get to the code, let's do a little visualization to help us understand what is a stack. So let's dive right in. So what is stack? Stack is basically a linear data structure that follows the last in first out principle. Basically, the last element that has been added to the stack will be the first element to be pulled out of the stack. So there are two major operations in a stack, like push in a stack. Like we push the numbers 1, 2, and 3. One being pushed first is on the bottom, and the third being pushed last is on the top. So this helps us because when we pop out of a stack, the second operation, the topmost element is popped out first, like 3 is popped out first. Now my topic is undo redo. Undo redo is basically making two stacks. We make two stacks in which when you undo it from the original stack, the popped element is shifted to the undo redo stack, and when you redo it, it's popped out from that stack and pushed back to the original one. Here's a little visualization for it. Like we have an original stack that contains the numbers 1, 2, and 3. When we undo it, from the original stack, 3 is popped out and it is pushed into the undo redo stack. And when you redo it, when you press on redo, the the element that has been added to the undo redo stack is popped out and then pushed back into the original stack. This was a little visualization of stack and how to implement undo redo. Now we have understood the concept. Now it's time to write the code and implement it. I'll be writing the code in Python using VS Code and I'll be making a text editor that uses undo redo. Now we'll start writing the code in VS Code. First, we'll create a class, like I'm creating a text editor. So we'll place a class text editor in which when we'll first define, we'll be defining the undo stack and the redo stack. Now we'll defining an element. Now we'll define we'll define a function that would add text to a stack. Add text. Now let's comment first. Like will the action would be add text. Here text would be added. This is this we have here declare we are adding text, but here we have declared a redo stack because we need to clear the redo history after a new action. Now we print for the user to add text, or we print the user what has been the added text. Added text. Also print that like we added the text, and we also print that what is right now in the stack. So that would be the content itself. We'll call the function self.content. Now this is how you add a text. This is how we define the add text function. Now we'll define the function to delete the text. Here our action would be to delete the last length characters. Length characters. Or now we have defined two functions, add text and to delete text. Now we'll define the undo function, that is our main thing. Define undo. Now we'll start an if else if self dot undo stack. In undo adding text, we remove the added text. We have basically started an if situation. If in this undo stack, the stack, if the action is add that we have defined first, we undo that. We undo adding text, we remove the added text. This would be done by self.content is equal. This will be done with the following statement. And this would be appended to the redo stack. Else if now we'll else if a action if it is delete. The action is delete. Undo the deleted, add the deleted text back. I will print the action that we have undone. Till now, we have done the following stuff. We have made a class editor, which is class text editor. We have defined it. Then we have created two functions, add text and delete text, which adds the text and which deletes the text. Now we have created an undo function in which in the undo stack, it would use if else statement. If the action is add, it would undo the adding text and remove the added text. If the action is delete, then it undoes the deleted text back to it. This is basically like when we add something to it. If we control Z on a computer, it is removed. But when we delete something and then we control Z and it is added back. Basically, it's that feature. Now we'll define another function, which is a redo function. We'll do the same thing, but in this time in the redo stack. You don't really have to do the same function. So instead of typing all of it again, I'll just copy the above function and we'll just change the following things. We just copy it down and we change the names from undo to redo. It's literally the same stuff, just we're doing it for the redo now. Action is equal add. We redo adding the text. We redo adding text. Here we'll just change some things like will like we have to add the text back. So we do this as dot read, and in the undo stack, the value is added back. If the action is delete, we redo the deleting text. We delete it again basically. Basically, what we did in the first one was we did an if we did an if else on the undo stack. If the action in the undo stack is add, then we remove the added text. Like if you print hello world, the world is the last word that has been added. So we undo if the world has been removed. If the action is delete, for example, there's hello world written and then we remove manually the world, and so the action becomes delete. When we undo it, the world word comes back. We have done the opposite in the redo. If it's written add, we bring it back, and if it's written delete, we take it out. This this concludes our code for the text editor. Now we can test its functionality. We can test test its functionality. First, we'll create an editor and call our function, call our class text editor. Now we perform the actions. Now we test the functions. First, let's add a text to it. Editor dot we call a function add text and we'll do simple hello world. Hello is a function. Now if I run it, as you can see here, it will show added text hello and the current text is hello. Now the next line I'll print is another add text which is world. Now if I run this again, added text hello, it will show added text world and the current content is hello world. Now the next we'll do is we'll delete the world. That now exactly we're not deleting the word. So what we'll do is we'll just delete the first six, so it will remove the word. Now if we run this, see now you can see the deleted text is world and the current content is hello. Now what we do is we undo it. Editor dot undo. Now what this would do is you can see added text was hello and now we had now undo delete. Now we deleted the text world, right? So current content was hello, so it undid the delete world and it brought it back. So now the current content is hello world. If we undo it again, editor not undo. According to me, it should remove the world again. And yes, it undoes the added world hello world and it removes the world. Now if we do editor dot read, it would bring back the world. According to me, this should happen. And it brings back the world. Here you can see it brings it back. Now let's do another thing. Let's add one more word to it. Editor dot add text. We'll add Python. Python. Editor. What we do is editor dot undo. So now if we have defined the function correctly, it would undo adding the word Python and it would be no Python there. First, let me run this. We just comment this out and then we'll do this. We run this. Now it shows added text Python to the current content was hello world. The added text is Python. Now the current content is hello world Python with no space. Now if we undo it, it would remove the Python word. See, and you can see here Python word is removed. Now if we redo it, it would bring it back. Editor redo and it brings the Python word back. So this was my implementation of the undo redo stack. If you guys want to check out the code, I'll just put it down in the description and you can check it there. Thank you everyone. Have a nice day.